They called it the Forgotten Room. A small, locked space at the end of an abandoned house. For years, no one dared to step inside. Especially after midnight. Because those who tried never came back the same. Locals whispered that the room wasn't just locked, it was alive. Some said they heard scratching from the other side of the door. Others swore they saw shadows moving beneath the crack, even when no one was inside. One boy once stared his friends who would enter at midnight. They laughed as he pushed the door open. But moments later, his laughter turned to screams. When they pulled him out, his eyes were wide with terror. He never spoke a word again. After that night, the villagers swore never to go near the house again. But even from the street, some could hear faint whispers echoing. As if the room was calling out, begging someone to enter. Years passed. The house rotted away, but the door to the Forgotten Room remained. Untouched. No rust. No dust. As if it was waiting for someone. Waiting for the right night. One stormy night, a traveler passing through the village sought shelter. The locals warned him about the house. But he laughed, saying ghost stories were for children. He stepped inside, determined to prove them wrong. As the storm raged outside, he explored the house with his lantern. The floors creaked under his boots, dust fell from the ceiling. Yet, strangely, the door at the end of the hallway looked untouched, as if time itself avoided it. He placed his hand on the doorknob. It was cold. Too cold, as if ice had been forming inside. A chill ran down his spine, but his pride wouldn't let him stop. He turned the knob, slowly, until it clicked. The door opened with a groan that echoed through the empty house. Inside, the air was heavy. Thicker than smoke, yet invisible. His lantern flickered, fighting against the darkness. The walls were covered in symbols he couldn't understand. He stepped further in. The floor felt soft, as if something was breathing beneath the wood. His lantern dimmed, then died completely. And in that suffocating silence, he heard it. A whisper, right behind his ear, "Welcome back." The traveler froze. His breath turned heavy, misting the cold air. He spun around. No one was there. Yet the whisper still lingered in his ear, soft. Mocking. His pride turned into fear, but leaving now felt impossible. He stumbled backward, knocking over a table. The symbols on the walls began to glow faintly red, pulsing like veins. The house was alive, watching him, feeding on his panic. Every heartbeat echoed louder than thunder. A door slammed shut on its own, trapping him inside. He rushed to it, pulling with all his strength, but it wouldn't budge. His lantern was gone. Only the red glow from the walls remained, wrapping the room in a suffocating light. Then he saw it. A shadow in the corner, darker than the night itself. It didn't move. It didn't breathe. Yet its eyes opened, two hollow voids staring straight into his soul. And slowly, the shadow smiled. He screamed, but no sound left his mouth. The house had stolen his voice. His body froze, as if chained by unseen hands. The last thing he saw before the darkness swallowed him whole was the shadow stepping closer. The shadow leaned closer, its face inches away from his. Cold breath brushed against his skin. Suddenly, the traveler felt his memories slipping, his name, his purpose, his very existence draining into the darkness. He fell to his knees, powerless. The walls now whispered louder, chanting in a language older than time. He realized too late. The house wasn't haunted, it was hungry. And he was the meal. A hand, cold, skeletal, reached out from the shadow. It touched his chest, and he felt his heartbeat stop for a moment. His vision blurred, his body weakening, as though life itself was being ripped from him. He tried to crawl toward the door, dragging himself across the wooden floor. But the more he moved, the farther the door seemed. The house twisted reality itself, laughing in silence as hope slipped away. Then, silence. The lantern flickered once more. The traveler was gone. The door creaked open on its own, waiting. Waiting for the next soul to step inside. The house was never empty. It never would be.